Leadership is the ability to translate vision into reality. It is the ability to inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. Leadership educates and teaches right and ethical behavior. It is the drive that inspires, educates, and influences people to stand up and make a change today for a brighter tomorrow. Leadership comes in all shapes and sizes. It can come in the form of a 17-year-old girl fighting back against an oppressive terrorist organization, a courageous speaker with a will of iron, or a young scientist striving to heal the ills of humanity. Much of history has given the spotlight to the great kings and warriors of the world, but perhaps it's time to start realizing the full extent of the power of female leaders. Here are some unforgettable names that continuously inspire and motivate millions around the world.
Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, a leader in government and politics. Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago is known for being a courageous senator in the Philippine government for 3 terms. It was she who started the National Plunder Investigation. According to the Australian magazine, she is one of the most 100 powerful women in the world in 1997. She was chosen as a laureate of the Magsaysay Award for Government Service. It is also known as the Asian version of the Nobel Prize. She was cited for bold and moral leadership in cleaning up a graft-ridden government agency. Dr. Santiago was a UP law professor for some 10 years. She has written some 30 books, many of which are very scholarly textbooks in law and the social sciences, well advanced of her time. During her initial battle with cancer, she continued to work on the 2014 edition of all her law books. She is considered the leading expert of her generation in constitutional law and in international law. Moving on from the field of politics to the foundations of business and science, the next leader is one that utilizes her magic touch for business and science to heal and diagnose millions around the world. Elizabeth Holmes, a leader in business and science. Elizabeth Holmes is the founder and CEO of Theranos, a biotech company that delivered a new approach to blood testing. Let's start a company, Holmes told Professor Robertson when she was 19 and a sophomore in Stanford University. Holmes wanted to create a technology that would make blood testing easier. With her fear of needles, she wanted to make blood tests simpler, cheaper, and more accessible. She then has created software and hardware that allows blood tests to be done by pricking someone's finger and storing the blood in a small vial called a nanotainer. Today, she is America's youngest self-made female billionaire. As Elizabeth Holmes said, "I don't want to make an incremental change in some technology in my life. I want to create a whole new technology and one that is aimed at helping humanity at all levels, regardless of geography, or ethnicity, or age, or gender."
None would expect to have achieved as much as Malala Yousafzai has in her short 18 years of existence. A globally recognized human rights leader, Malala is a Pakistani activist for female education and women's rights in Pakistan and all over the world. When Malala was only 11 years old, she spoke at a local press club wherein she asked the audience, "How dare the Taliban take away my basic right to education?" When she was 11 to 12 years old, she wrote an anonymous blog for the BBC detailing her life under the Taliban occupation in Pakistan, which unfortunately caught the attention of the Taliban, leading to her assassination attempt. She was shot in the head by a masked gunman on her way to school. She remained in critical condition for days but miraculously healed from her fatal injury. The shooting ignited the ratification of Pakistan's first right to education bill. Malala has since spoken at the headquarters of the United Nations in Geneva, visited Queen Elizabeth II in Buckingham Palace, and met with President Barack Obama. She is the co-recipient of the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize when she was only 17 years old, becoming the youngest Nobel Prize laureate in history. On Malala Day, also the day of Malala's birthday, on July 12, 2015, the young leader opened a school for Syrian refugee girls in Lebanon, saying that today, on my first day as an adult, on behalf of the world's children, I demand of leaders we must invest in books instead of bullets. Malala might not be like the typical great men of history, like Napoleon Bonaparte or King Richard the Lionheart. Yet power can come in all shapes and sizes, and it's undoubtable that Malala has the heart of a lion, one who is the ultimate role model and leader for the youth around the world. As these remarkable female leaders have taught us, strong and proper leadership is the key to ensuring the betterment of the community and the advancement of society. More importantly, they have taught us that management is doing things right, while leadership is doing the right things.